Howdy, name's Dave, channel's TXW5CSM. Got several requests to review the AR pistol build that I had done and how the Tegra arms lower mated with all of the parts and how ultimately the AR pistol turned out. So this is my initial view of it. The entire AR pistol did pass the 3-stage go, no-go, and field test using, I believe they were Franklin chamber gauges, so everything passed as far as that went. It's passed a 10-round reliability check. It does have an adjustable gas block on the front that was totally open during that test. Just to run you through what it's made of real quick, the barrel is a contour type M4 barrel made out of 4.56 chrome moly. It does have M4 feed ramps. It's 10.5 inches in length. And let's see, 1-in-7 twist, Parkerized finish. It is chambered in 5.56 NATO. Gas system is carbine length. And the gas block is 0.075 inches for that portion of the barrel. And the gas hole diameter is 0.086 inches. Again, that is an Anderson Rifles barrel, 10.5 inch. A2 flash hider on the front, just standard. Went low budget, it's a pistol, why not? Just to throw that on there. Of course you can put a suppressor on there if you'd like to later, because the A2 flash hider is compatible with a lot of different suppressors out there. The adjustable gas block, this is the also from Anderson Rifles. This is their adjustable steel gas block. You'll notice in the front there's a small hex key adjuster that is used to adjust the gas block. AR pistols tend to be a little finicky, so I went ahead and went with the adjustable gas block. Don't know if you can see, there's the 5.56 NATO embossing on the barrel. So I chose the stainless steel adjustable gas block. It is CNC machined from rolled, cold rolled steel. It does have a nitrile finish. The gas block is fully adjustable. The hex screw that is in there, there is a detent feature inside there, so you can count your clicks and things like that, which I found pretty good. There are 20 points of adjustment in that gas block system, and you have simple one-hand adjustment from the front of the rifle. They give you the hex key to fit it, although I believe it's a standard sized hex key. So the gas block is currently fully open to make sure that we had full functioning of the rifle. Of course, depending on what type, or excuse me, pistol, because this is an AR pistol. You can adjust that depending on what you're firing to ensure reliability and also to minimize recoil, because you are shooting an AR pistol and legally it cannot be placed in contact with your shoulder. So the stainless steel gas system, see if we can get you a shot down there. The stainless steel gas system is also from Anderson. It's a carbine length made out of 304 stainless steel. The Fore-End quad rail I went with, this is going to be kind of a discussion. I went with a Monstrum Tactical 7-inch quad rail. Now a lot of people will tell you Monstrum Tactical are crap and they don't like them and etc. etc. I double-checked all of the specifications on this quad rail with a Yankee Hill machine quad rail. Oh, just to show you, we are safe. Pistol is on safe. Everything is clear, and we will remain that way. So to show you my custom build from before, again, this is the Crusader weaponry version that I purchased several years ago. You can check the other videos and check out my firing of this when I first received it. Again, it is clear, and this has the Yankee Hill machine Fore-End on it, covering the carbine length gas system and fully enclosed. A couple more bells and whistles on this puppy, but every time I went to check each and every little specification area on the Yankee Hill machine versus the Monstrum Tactical, I found everything to be within specification. So for an AR pistol, this is just a place to attach accessories. Don't know why there's a whole lot of debate out there, but hey, if you want to pick this string up and have a little discussion about it, maybe I can learn something from you, because knowledge is only power when it's shared. So the 7-inch free float quad rail is crafted from grade 6016 aluminum, weighs 11 ounces, and is 7 inches in length, 2.5 inches in height, 2.5 inches in width, and a 1.7 internal diameter at the narrowest point, and is relatively tan in color. It does tend to vary a little bit from the flat dark earth upper, and we'll get to that specification in a little bit. When I did install this, I did have a little bit of a rubbing issue between the front pivot pin and the bezel ring that you use to lock in the to torque the barrel into place, or the quad rail into place. So I did end up using a couple barrel shims, but you can see, let me see if I can get you the daylight right in between there. But okay, let me just demonstrate. But it does pull apart nice, and you do have free rotation, and there's nothing binding. But it did take a couple of barrel shims to pull that off. No big deal. Anybody that's built an AR rifle or pistol knows that occasionally, depending on stacking of tolerances, you may have to deal with a couple of barrel shims to get things working. So that's up to the quad rail. I use the Anderson tactical charging handle. You can see this. It does have an extended release mechanism on it. Nothing sexy about it. It's just kind of easier sometimes to make contact with something a little larger. And there are a lot of high dollar, very sexy options out there to deal with the charging handle, but I did go with a simple extension and nothing crazy beyond that. You've probably been wondering about the optic. Everybody wonders about optics and things. So this is a primary arms red dot sight. Again, it's a pistol. No, I have not zeroed it. I zeroed it before on my Crusader weaponry Guardian, and I got pretty darn good results out of it. So I figured I'd stick it on here. Again, an AR pistol, you're not going to reach out and touch very deep targets, so I figured this was good enough. So primary arms, this does operate on 2 LR44 batteries. It does have an anodized black finish, 30mm ring, single red dot, 3 MOA, red in color. The base was included with it. I can't remember exactly how much it cost. Battery life is approximately 500 hours. It does have 7 different brightness settings that are adjusted right back here. Let's see, click values on the adjustments, top and left, or correction, top and right, are 1/2 of an MOA. There is the rotary switch. Again, I discussed as far as adjusting the intensity. They do claim that it is fog proof and that it is night vision compatible on the lowest 2 settings. And it is parallax free beyond 50 yards. Water resistant is yes, made by Primary Arms. Shock proof, yes, and the weight on that is 5.08 ounces. Before I did a review on the upper receiver and how well it mated with the Tegra lower. So this is an Aero Precision stripped upper receiver in flat dark earth. It is made out of 7075 T6 aluminum. The stripped upper has the M4 feed ramps. Again, the barrel was M4 feed ramps also, so everything mated up very, very well. I'd try to get you in there, but I tried to do a test shot earlier, and it just, trust me, it looks pretty okay. The lower parts that I used were the Palmetto State Armory, or correction, the upper parts kit was Palmetto State Armory forward assist and ejection port cover, just generic basic parts. The Tegra lower receiver, carbon fiber composite. You can go to Tegra Arms and look up all the specifications on that. And the weight on that lower receiver is 3.65 ounces. The bolt carrier group that I selected for this build, got it on sale, pretty good deal. Go ahead and pull this out of here. This is the Radical Arms bolt carrier group. It features shot peened bolt for increased strength and durability. Has the extractor, the small O-ring that's on there. They call it an extractor booster. You'll notice that this bolt group is not neutered. So if you were to be wanting to pay your tax stamp, depending on your state laws, this may be an option for you. You're not going to pick up a neutered bolt carrier group by ordering this. So it is 5.56 NATO, of course, you know, blackout, all the rest of those things that made up with the standard bolt. M16, it is up to full auto, semi-auto. Of course, this is only semi-auto. Air platform, it does have a melanite finish. The bolt material is 9310 steel. The carrier finish is melanite. The carrier material is 8620 steel. The extractor again does have the O-ring, and the gas system came staked. So I didn't have to mess with torque specifications or staking as far as that goes. The Palmetto State Armory classic mill quality trigger assembly was added to the lower receiver. I had absolutely no issues with any tolerances with anything on this pistol, minus the adding the barrel shims that I discussed earlier. But the high quality lower parts kit that came, the ALG QMS trigger group, let's see, trigger was designed, yeah, this is all propaganda I'm trying to read through, so I'm trying to give you specifications on it. Trigger pull weight is not lower than the M16 or M4 minimum specification, which is 5.5 pounds, and all the parts in the lower parts kit were made in the USA. So there's absolutely no issue with any of the tolerances that were used in this. So the biggest question that I've got is, you know, Dave, you showed me what was going on with the upper and lower before, and everything is good. Again, only 10 rounds have been fired through it, so I would expect things to kind of wear in after a while. However, everything is as tight as the video that I did before. I mean, everything from the quad rail all the way back to the buffer assembly. This thing is doing everything that I've asked it to in the massive 10 rounds that I've already put through it. So if you were to ask me if the parts that were used to build this and the cost associated with it was worth it, I would say sure. You get the experience of building your own AR pistol, as well as some pretty darn some reasonable quality parts. The firing of groups, we'll find out when we get it in a bench rest later down the road. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking I may want to build something else, but I'd have to get rid of this one to make that so. Anyway, if you're not in Texas, we're not going to be able to get a deal. So this is the end result. Reliability, no issues. We did have some things with the buffer originally, but we made some hand adjustments on the buffer, and now, you know, bolt locks back, no issues. So this is it. It's all done. And would I recommend any of these parts for your build? I certainly would. I've had no issues with tolerances. I've had no problems with fitting. One last thing that I did want to show you, and my only issue, and it is probably specific to, flip this around, to a carbon fiber lower. As you flick your selector switch from safe to fire, you don't have the crisp jump that you have in other. I cheat with this. Okay, this is a billet. So this is my Crusader Guardian again. This is a billet selector, or correction, upper and lower are mated billet. So this is kind of a different animal, but this is a nice crisp adjustment. But the lower's made out of carbon fiber. It is going to have some slack into it, and you do get the audible click when it's on safe or on fire. So as long as you're good about appropriately applying your skills and putting it on safe and fire, then everything's good. You're not going to have to worry about it. So make some comments. Let me know if you have any questions. I can go ahead and and elaborate in text below if you have any questions, and let you know. Again, 10 rounds through it. A good fun experience. I encourage anybody to do it, but please make sure you're doing it within specifications, and please make sure that you go through the extra expense of getting your appropriate chamber gauges, because the last thing you want to do is injure yourself or someone else who is not trying to take your life with a firearm. So have a great day. Hope you stayed here till the end. Knowledge is only power when it's shared.